Alright, I'm gonna try and keep this kind of quick because I probably only got like 20 minutes to tell this story. That's probably enough time, but my parents are out of the house right now, and so is my sister. So that's why I have the opportunity to like actually tell this story. Okay, so basically, this story it happens with three people who have all been in previous stories of mine. I'm actually pretty sure like until like in a few like actually probably like in like 5 months I might start having some new people in my stories. But until then, it's just gonna be the same like four people I've already mentioned. Realistically, like unless something crazy out of the blue happens, it's just gonna be the big four. Me, well, I'm not in the big four. I mean the big four who I hang out with: Ryan, Cam, Kyle, and Daniel. So this story happens with three of those four people. It happens with Cam, Kyle, and Daniel. Cam and Kyle are my two cousins, and on this particular day, they came over to my house and we are gonna have a sleepover. And basically, every time we have a sleepover, we always sneak out with Daniel because Daniel's pretty cool. Daniel, he's on the same type of timing as us. He does the same type of stuff as us. It's pretty fun. So, you know, we're texting Daniel. He's like, "Yeah, let's sneak out tonight." And we were trying to find somewhere to go because I live next to this park. I'll put up on the screen like my distance to the park. It is literally like a not even like a 4 minute walk. Like it's like a 2 or 3 minute walk. It is literally right next to my house. Like you can see it from my street. So, we were talking because we've went there 1,000 times, so we didn't really want to go there this time. And we were like, where can we go? And we're looking around on Google Maps, and just kind of, I'm trying to think like of places around town we can go because this is, we sleep over at my house. We always sleep over at my house, so it's my town, so I know the best. Bro, I had the best idea ever. I was like, yeah, wait, you can go to the center school. And the center school was this school, it's near the center of town. That's probably why it's called the center school, but it's near the center of town. It's for grades 2 through 4. Because my town has a really weird like grading system. It goes what's it called? Like preschool through first grade, second through fourth, fifth and sixth, seventh and eighth, high school. It's just weird, but yeah, that's how it's split up. So this was a second through fourth school. So we decide. Well, we didn't decide to go there yet. We looked on Google Maps and we're like, oh, this is actually like pretty close. Like it's walking distance because it said it was a 40-minute walk, but that was like walking down main streets, and Google Maps is always wrong. It was like a wait one sec, I gotta check where that was, because if my parents are home, I might have to stop making this story. Oh nah, they arrived at my grandparents. That's what that sound was. All right, so Google Maps is always like way off. Like it always says it's a way longer walk than it is. Especially with bike rides, it always says it's so much longer. Like it'll be like 30 minutes longer than the ride actually is. But we were talking. We are like, yeah, it might be a kind of long walk, but this is saying like 46 minutes. It's not going to be 46 minutes. It's probably going to be like 30 minutes. Now that we've done the walk, personally, I'd say it's probably like a 25-minute walk. It's kind of long, but it's not that bad. Like it's definitely walkable. Like we can totally do it. So, we're talking about it. Daniel, he's kind of hesitant to go because Daniel, the thing about Daniel, he does not like walking, bro. Daniel just he doesn't like going far when you sneak out. But me and Cam, we both think that like we both kind of agree that the walk is like kind of the best part, which I feel like it is in a way, But also the thing is, the walk is also so anxiety inducing because I'm always just so scared a cop's gonna like roll by us and be like, "Hey, what are you doing out so late?" Because it's like my parents go to sleep super late, so we normally have to sneak out at like 12 to 1 a.m. And that's when we leave. Like, what if they catch us while we're walking home and it's like 3 or 4 a.m.? So it's pretty stressful, but it's not that bad. So, we decide we're going to do it. We convince Daniel, and then, we just kind of have to wait for my parents to go to sleep. And there was a little bit of worry this night about my dad. We thought he might stay up and like what's it called? Like do schoolwork because my dad's in college for like nutrition and shit. But he didn't end up doing that, so we're fine. So, we just wait. I think it was like 12:30. No, I remember. Dude, it was specifically 1:02. Well, no, we were gonna leave at 1:02 because Daniel was like, guys, we should leave at 1:02. And we were like, what about 1 o'clock? And he was like, no, 1:02. And we were like, okay, bro. But we ended up staying for a little longer. We ended up leaving at like 1:10, I think. But, we basically just immediately went on the walk. Like, there was no dilly-dallying. Daniel is my next door neighbor. So, literally, we just ran to the back of his house. He came outside, and then we immediately start the walk. So, we're walking, and, it's not that eventful of a walk. I already put the path on the screen, but I'll put it on there again. So, that's the path. You gotta basically it's the same path you walk to go to the library in my town. It's pretty cool. We go there like all the time, so it's a pretty simple walk for us. Like we knew what we were doing, but the thing is, we didn't realize that we knew what we were doing. Like we hadn't realized that this was like the route that we take. Like somehow we just like didn't notice. But never mind that, we're walking and we have to walk down this like kind of main street. It's the street I live off of. It's Livingston Street. We're walking down the street and what's it called? We fucking bruh. It was so stressful because I don't know why in my mind like I thought a cop was like just about to turn the corner every second. Well, not turn the corner, but I thought they were gonna drive down the street every second. I was so paranoid. It kind of sucked, to be honest, but it was worth it in the end because we started. What's it called? We started like getting up to the part where we have to take a left, and that's when we realized it's the exact same path to go to the library. So, we take this left, we're going up through this like horse farm area. It's pretty cool, but as we're going up through there, I'm just still super stressed. Like I'm kind of tweaking this whole walk because, dude, I was geeked as shit. Like this whole day, I was geeked as shit. Like this night, I didn't think I was that geeked, but dude, like in retrospect, I was so fried. I just didn't realize because that morning, me and Cam were hanging out and I took shrooms. So I just hadn't really realized how geeked I was because I was comparing it to earlier. But it was pretty chill. We just ended up, going for the walk. It was pretty stressful most of the way. But then eventually we ended up getting there and we were like, dude, sweet, finally. So we got there and how the thing was set up because this is a school playground. Like it's not like a school basketball court. Like this is a kids school. Like it's for like young kids. So it's like a playground that has a basketball court. So like I'll put up a little like drawing of it on the screen. Like in the bottom left corner, there's a basketball court and it's just like one half court. Like it's not a full court thing. And dude, the rim was short as shit. Like it was like literally like 2 inches too tall for me to dunk on though. Like it kind of pissed me off because the rim was like so short that it wasn't really good for shooting. Like, it wasn't that bad, but, it definitely could have been better. But it was just, like, a little bit too tall for me to, like, easily dunk on it. Like, I would have had to, like, really go for it. And I'm just not good enough for that. I'm not good enough at basketball to do that. So I was trying to, but it just wasn't working out, bro. So we just kind of hung out for most of it. We were just, you know, playing, smoking, and this was the first night that we let Kyle the Guile do it. Because originally we never let him do it. Because Cam, his cousin, not his cousin, he's my cousin, they're both my cousins. His brother, Cam, was like, nah, bro, we can't let him do that. But, he'd mentioned a few times, like, I don't know, like, maybe we should let him. But this specific day, Cam was like, dude, I think maybe we should let Kyle. And I was like, yeah, dude, I agree, we should. And Kyle was like, oh, bet, dude. So we ended up letting Kyle. And it was pretty cool, to be honest. Like, we were just kind of hanging out. It wasn't really that eventful. Like, we were just kind of smoking. But, this is really, like, well, I mean, it's not really that interesting to tell as a story, but this is the part that I remember the most because it was when I did something. So basically, um, I have never, like, up till this point in my life, I had never done a blinker. Like, I've tried to before, and I kind of did one time, but, like, the thing I was hitting was, like, it was, like, clogged, so it didn't really work, and it was, like, old as shit. So it didn't really pull right. It was just a really shitty cart. It was actually the same type of the cart. It was a Verve 2G switch strain. I'll put it on the screen. It's actually pretty fire, dude. But that's besides the point. Oh wait, no, that's not the one I blinked. Well, not yet. It was. I did blink one of those later, and that was the one that I did like the little blinker on, but this was actually a boutique. It was one of the ones with 3 strains. So it was I remember the flavors because this wasn't that long ago. The flavors are purple papaya, blueberry blast, I think it's something blueberry, and then RZ11, which I think is raspberry. And the ones I blinked were, I'm pretty sure the first blink I did was RZ11 because that was my favorite strain. And then I think I did oh yeah, I did 2. I'm pretty sure I said that in the title, but I'm not sure. But I did that one first, and dude, it was horrible. Like, I didn't know how bad it was gonna be. Luckily, it was a boutique, so it was only an 8-second blinker. But dude, it fucking burned the shit out of my lungs. Like, I was in so much pain. But after like 3 minutes, I kind of chilled out. I was like, oh, I'm good now. And Kyle was like, yo, bro, you should do another one. And I was like, bro, I don't know, bro. That shit destroyed my lungs. It was like, bro, it'll be tough. And like, you're fine now, right? And I was like, oh shit, you're right. I am fine now. So I did another one. And this was like a horrible idea, bro. Like, I was not thinking clearly. But bro, I did it. Dude, I was fucking tweaked. Like, my lungs were in the worst pain they'd ever been in my whole life. It was horrible, dude. It was fucking horrible. My lungs hurt so fucking bad. It was atrocious. Atrocious, bro. I was editing and I realized I forgot to mention this part. So basically, after I did the second anchor, I was literally screaming. Like, I'm not exaggerating. Like, I was literally screaming at the top of my lungs. I don't even know why I was doing that, bro. Like, I was just, I don't even know. Like, it just hurt so much. Like, I didn't want to cough because I knew that would just make it worse. So I was trying to do something instead of coughing. So what I decided to do was to just, scream. And I just screamed as loud as I possibly could.
I don't know why I did that, but I did.
But, I did it. And basically this whole time, Daniel been like, bro, let's go home, bro. We gotta go home. I don't want to get in trouble. And then we'd agreed to go home at 3:30. So, it was kind of nearing 3:30. It was like 3:20. We were all kind of bored. And we were like, you know what, we should probably just go home now. And we were like, sure. So we start walking, and Google Maps said we'd be home at 4:16. But I'm pretty sure we actually no, I think we did get home around 4:16. But like, can you really blame us? I mean, in the state we were in, like, we're gonna be walking slow and shit. But dude, this was such a weird walk because I don't know how I didn't realize how geeked I was, bro. Because like, I was so anxious. Like, it was the worst anxiety in my whole life. But then I decided to like channel all the anxiousness into walking. I started like speed walking. I was going fast as shit. Like, no one in the group was keeping up with me really. Like, I was a solid like 13 feet above in front of the rest of the group. So, I'm just kind of walking. I'm going fast as shit, and because of how fast I'm walking, it's like melting away my anxiety. I don't know how it worked, but like, I just was not feeling anxious whatsoever. I was absolutely chilling. But like, then I started thinking about how I wasn't anxious, which started making me more anxious. So then I just kind of started thinking about walking again, and basically the only thing on my mind was walking. I was only thinking about walking, just walking, walking, walking. That was all that was on my mind. So yeah, we were just kind of walking, and eventually we got home. Oh wait, I forgot. So basically, there's this like mental hospital next to the library, and it's like it's like where I think Anne Frank like worked or something. I don't know. My town has something to do with Anne Frank, not Helen Keller. Anne Frank. Well, maybe Helen Keller too, but definitely Anne Frank. Um, but yeah, we were literally like right next to the library, and they were like, "Dude, you should do another blinker." And I was like, "I don't know, bro. I don't know. My lungs hurt really bad last time." And what's it called? I was like, you know what? My lungs aren't hurting anymore. Why not? And this time, this was the Burb 2G switch strain. So this one, um, it was like this like reddish orange color. The strains were Jungle Breath and like Nectarine Nature or something. I don't fucking know. Is that's the one my cousin currently has, like the exact same one as what he has. Um, what's it called? So, I blinked the Jungle Breath one because it's just good. And by the way, every single one of these cards, except for the purple one, I bought. The purple one that I did the two blinkers off at the boutique, my friend bought. But the other two, I bought with my own money. So, yeah, I don't know why the fuck I mentioned that, but I did. Okay, dude, I'm being awkward as shit. So, I did it, and dude, my lungs hurt so bad because this one is a 10-second blinker. So I got to those 8 seconds, I was like, bro, why is it still pulling? Why didn't it blink yet? Like, I was just like, I didn't know it was exactly 8 seconds, but like, I could just tell, like, it just felt wrong. Like, I could just tell, it was supposed to be finished already. Like, it wasn't supposed to keep going. Like, I could feel it. But, it did. Because it was a longer one. And, I ended up doing it. And, yeah, then we went home. Uh, I don't really remember what happened when we went home. But, yeah. That's the whole story. Uh, yeah, I'm sorry it's not fucking interesting at all. Sorry all my stories are fucking ass. But, yeah. dude, I actually gotta get, like, better stories. Cause, like, I don't know, like, it's cause we just don't do anything that interesting. Like, we gotta start doing more interesting things. And all of my stories have just been centered around, like, more, like, basic stuff. Like, what's it called? Like, I haven't had any stories about, like, shrooms yet, or, like, DXM, or anything like that. Like, it's only been weed and one story with alcohol. So, maybe that's why they're so boring. I don't know. But, also, it's pretty boring to just watch fucking, like, some random video game gameplay in the background. I think for this specific video I actually didn't. Well, that's the plan for now, but I haven't done it yet, so I don't know. But I'm like about to, so yeah. Alright. That's the video. Peace out, guys. Oh, dude, that might have been perfectly timed. I'm pretty sure my parents just left my grandparents' house.